I am Oscar W. Fitchett.
I'm Sophie.
I'm Gary.
Hey, Gary's here, and welcome to Heelcast, episode 19. I had to remember what episode it was first.
Woo.
It's episode 19. I want to say right off the bat, apologies for no Fast and Furious uploading last week. Just was not able to do it. You'll probably see it. Either it's already out or it will be out like very soon. So there you go.
Lovely internet problems.
Lovely internet, wouldn't my internet problems.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I believe it's the first Heelcast with the three of us, just the three of us.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yep. It's the first Heelcast with you in a while, Gary.
It has.
Quite a while. And it hasn't been that while since we've done a Heelcast, is it, Sophie?
No, we did one like a fortnight ago.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago. So we'll get straight into what the topics are, necessarily. And last Heelcast, we discussed a bit on The Wolf Among Us, didn't we, Sophie?
Yeah, just a bit, because we both replayed it, actually.
Yeah, we both replayed it. So and I mentioned on that Heelcast, on the next Heelcast, we should do a thing where we do a fan casting of Wolf Among Us.
Yeah.
And Gary, you didn't take part in terms of the casting wise, but you've just finished the game.
Just finished it. Yeah.
Overall, what are your opinions on The Wolf Among Us?
I quite liked it. It's a good game. It's a very interesting concept. And I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you prefer the Wolf? Not The Wolf Among Us. This is The Wolf Among Us. The Walking Dead.
It's not my favourite Telltale game, The Walking Dead or Wolf Among Us.
What's your favourite one?
Well, at the moment, it's Batman.
Batman.
Hey, Batman.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Batman's a good one. But I do have one negative about Wolf Among Us. It's like some of the cutscenes are quite long. And yeah.
You got bored, did you?
It was getting boring, yeah. Starting to get boring, but... I'd say negative at the moment. Good game.
Yeah. But overall, it's a pretty vast character.
Yeah,
there's a lot of characters to consider actors for.
Yeah.
And the concept for this, in terms of what the concept is the whole scenario is we've been approached by Netflix that they're going to be doing a Wolf Among Us miniseries on Netflix. So it's essentially a 5-episode thing, or however many episodes they would want to do. And we've been tasked with the challenge to cast all the characters in Wolf Among Us with an unlimited budget.
Yeah.
So
we should make that apparent.
Yeah. So it's before anyone comments, me how could no one would have Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Hanks in the same film
on Netflix?
Well, that's why we're taking out the equation. If we think a certain actor will be good, no matter what the fame or the net worth, we're going to put it in there. Now you didn't. You didn't finish your casting list, did you, Sophie?
I didn't. I'm 4 down.
Which ones did you miss?
I missed off Ichabod Crane because there was just a few people considering. I couldn't pick one. Gren, I just couldn't pick anybody. I missed off Dr. Swinehart simply because I did have an actor in mind, but he died. So, yeah, that wouldn't have worked. And Johann the Butcher, because I joked about having Dan Aykroyd, but Dan Aykroyd's a bit old for that role. I know he's meant to be in his 40s by the looks of things, but just aesthetically, I just think Dan Aykroyd doesn't quite physically fit the thing.
Yeah.
I think it's just the voice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those.
Yeah. And I was going to say something else and I forgot. You missed those out. Anyway, never mind. So, we're going to go from, what we did, I grabbed, the cast listed on IMDb. And just saw, who are the characters and stuff there. So, we'll start from the bottom now we're here.
Yeah, shall we take it in turns?
Yeah, we'll take it in turns. We'll say, each our pick, and then we'll kind of, discuss why we did that. Let's go with Tim. Oh, yeah, by the way, spoiler...
Oh, I missed Tim, I forgot, because you sent me the list
before
we'd added Tim.
I'll go with Tim. I'll just say Tim, unless you got someone right off the bat.
I
for
did,
Tim.
but my mind's just gone.
Okay.
I did have somebody in mind, but
Slight spoilers, just so you know. There might be slight spoilers discussed within this.
yeah.
But yeah. What I had in mind for Tiny Tim, or just Tim in this, because he just doesn't want to be called Tiny, because he's not really Tiny Tim anymore. I had Ty Sheridan. I would cast as him. Now, people who knows Ty Sheridan, if you only watch mainstream films, you might know him as Scott Summers / Cyclops in X-Men Apocalypse, and if you know indie films, then you'll know him as one of the kids from Mud. He's young enough. He'll be 21 this year, so it's a good age. And this year I was like Logan Lerman. I was like, he's old now.
Yeah.
So I was like, Ty Sheridan's a good age. The Jersey Devil. Who have you got for the Jersey Devil, Sophie?
Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti. Do you know what I got?
Who did you get?
I got Jason Lee.
Oh wow. Yeah, that could work.
From Kevin Smith film fame. I got in there.
And Alvin and the Chipmunks.
And Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yes, he's also in Alvin and the Chipmunks. I put Jason Lee because I initially was like, well, who's from Jersey? And I don't think he's from Jersey, but he's amongst Kevin Smith, who's like a Jersey group.
Yeah.
And he's got like a certain voice where it would just work, I think.
Yeah.
And he had a look, like his look in Clerks 2. He kind of had like a look about him, which was Jersey Devilish.
Yeah.
He's not ginger, but he's like.
Yeah.
I can imagine
the whole
like
Tom Cruise and Tropic Thunder thing.
Yes, basically that. I can imagine him just doing that type of thing with a load of smart arsey type of voices. Paul Giamatti, that's great.
Do I really need to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I can imagine him just. There's gonna be certain ones where we're not gonna be elaborating too much in them
because it's just self-explanatory.
Yeah, or like there's like, well, the character doesn't really require that much depth.
Yeah.
Like there's someone in like we cast Hans. We're not gonna go in depth like who Hans is.
Yeah, like mine was more when I had that in mind. Mine was a fun cameo.
Yes, mine was kind of fun. Should we save the Crooked Man for later?
Yeah, I think we should.
We got the Crooked Man. We might have the same one, but yeah. But Colin, Big B's friend, who have you got for Colin, Sophie?
I've got Ray Romano.
Ray Romano.
He's a stand-up comedian, American guy. I'll try it. I'll see what you would know him from. He's in Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, he's everybody. Okay, yeah, I know who you mean now. Yes.
And I think he's in Ice Age.
Okay, yeah, I know what you mean. Do you know who I got? Was Colin the Pig.
Who?
Louis C.K.
Fair enough.
Again, it's one of these things where it's like I can just imagine his voice coming out of that character.
Well, I took this when you set me to this task. I took it very seriously.
Yeah, you. Oh, so goodness sake!
I was literally sat listening to people's voices.
Yeah, you.
Listen to actors' voices, and I went through before I got a Ray Romano. I had, oh God, what's his name? D'Onofrio.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio.
Yeah, okay.
Then I had.
You know Vincent D'Onofrio is, don't you, Gary? He played Kingpin in Daredevil. And he was also...
he was in Jurassic World.
No, who... Yeah, but who... Men in Black. First Men in Black. He was the villain, wasn't he? Did you watch Full Metal Jacket? He's on his head, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full Metal Jacket. He's Private Pile.
Right, yeah.
So I had him initially, and then I looked at Richard Dreyfuss as well.
Richard Dreyfuss, yeah.
But I settled on Ray Romano because as soon as I had his voice, I was like, yep, that's it.
I thought Louis C.K. because, I mean...
Yeah, it would work also.
Plus, I would also want an excuse to cast him in anything.
Yeah.
So... And plus, it's funny imagining the guy who I got as Big B communicating with a pig with Louis C.K.'s voice coming out of him. What about Johann the Butcher, Sophie?
I missed him out, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, you did. Do you know who I got as Johann the Butcher?
Who?
Nicholas Lyndhurst. From Only Fools and Horses fame as
yes.
Rodney Trotter.
Yeah, I get that. Obviously, like I said, I thought Dan Aykroyd kind of flashed through my mind, but the physically just didn't fit.
Yeah,
so
I
unless
thought...
you had some you had like some miming, or you had some CG Aykroyd going on there.
Oh, goodness, yeah. I picked Nicholas Lyndhurst because I just think he'd be good at like just doing like the smaller things, and he's getting he's like 56 this year, I think.
Yeah.
He's the same age as George Clooney. Fun fact. This one's a bit more of an in-depth one that we might get into here. Bloody Mary.
I went with Olivia Wilde.
Oh, good choice. I went with Kristen Stewart.
Did you really?
Yeah, I went with Kristen Stewart.
And Olivia Wilde, there was somebody else who I had in mind, and I can't remember who it was.
Instantly when I see like just pure sight wise, I think Emma Watson. I thought Emma Watson can't do that much. She can't be like that.
She's too nice.
She's too nice. And then like a bit of me, just like bias wise, I was like Ellen Page, but
I was just looking at photos of Olivia Wilde, and I was just like, yeah.
She's got intense eyes. I was also going to like colour bending. I was like Rosario Dawson maybe.
Yeah. No.
I got a good one from Bloody Mary.
Who have you got, Gary?
Marion Cotillard.
Oh, she won't be too bad.
Yeah, she plays a type of character.
From Inception fame. What else was she? She was in La Vie en Rose. Who was you what?
Dark Knight Rises.
She was in Dark Knight Rises. Yes. Yeah, but no, I can imagine like Olivia Wilde. Yeah, I don't think she gets enough like serious like roles these days.
Yeah.
So it'll be good to see her do. Like she seems to be on top form in terms of comedy roles. But I thought Kristen Stewart mainly because of her since we saw, well, not too recently, but we saw Personal Shopper.
Yeah.
Which was probably like a new way of seeing how good she is in my eyes. At least I knew she was good, but it was one of those films where I was like, "Oh, she's this good."
Like, don't get me wrong. I really like her. I just didn't know if she'd be like emotive in that way enough.
I can imagine her doing it, but I just don't think she's had the chance to do it.
Yeah.
Yes, and plus, I think she has the same type of build as Bloody Mary. She would look all right with like her short hair as well in terms of the thing. Like it wouldn't look unnatural on her type of thing. So yeah. Where we are? Oh, Auntie Greenleaf. This one was difficult for me.
Oh, this one was like relatively easy for me.
Okay, I went with this one. Who did you go with?
I went with Melissa Leo from Prisoners.
Oh my god, yes! Why didn't I think of that? I went with Alison Jenny.
Did you really?
I went with Alison Jenny. Auntie Greenleaf, yeah. Oh, yeah. That speaks one. Like that just speaks, yeah. For Melissa Leo in Prisoners, yeah, of course. No, I would switch Alison Jenny with Melissa Leo.
Would you really?
Yeah, I picked Alison Jenny because she is quite emotive.
Yeah. And I just thought Melissa Leo was a good actress.
Oh, she's really good.
As well.
Yeah, no, that's a good choice. Flycatcher. Who have you got as Flycatcher?
I have Joel David Moore.
Who's Joel David Moore?
Let's see what you would know him here from.
Let me just have a look at him.
Bear with me a sec. We'll load up the. He was in. He was in Shark Night 3D.
Okay, I know.
That's what I knew him from. But he's like the comic relief.
Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah.
And he's in Avatar as well, apparently, because I haven't seen it. Oh my god, he's in The Hottie and the Nottie.
Oh, he was in Dodgeball. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's where I know him from.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he would be a good Ben Paul from Walking Dead, the Telltale game.
Would, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
He might be a bit old for it now, I think.
I mean, look-wise.
Yeah, look-wise, yeah.
I went with Rupert Grint to play Flycatcher.
I get that, yeah, that's...
He needs work, and he's not bad.
He needs work. Dear me.
So, yeah, what about Prince Lawrence?
I went with Adam Driver.
Oh, yeah. I went with Ezra Miller.
Yeah, I can see that. Definitely.
I like Ezra Miller a lot, and again, it's one of these things like I wouldn't want to see. He needs better films than Fantastic Beasts, is all I'm going to say. He needs better.
There's like a lot of people who were like...
Oh, he's the Flash, isn't he? So,
like, when we looked at this before, you know, we were kind of... Before we decided to do this list.
Yeah, when we were just like, who would you cast?
It was like people putting like Brad Pitt and stuff like that, and I was like...
For Prince Lawrence, yeah.
Yeah, like, there's like loads of like really good-looking actors. I mean, I'm not saying Brad Pitt's really good-looking, but do you know what I mean? Like,
I would.
Like, it's like the people who were casting, like, I don't know, Chris Hemsworth and stuff like that, and it's like, why?
Yeah. Oh, we would get the fan casting in a bit, like in 2 topics from this one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, I thought Adam Driver, because I've seen
Adam Driver,
things
yeah.
and he looks the part, and he can do serious very well.
He did, yeah. I want to see Patterson, which is the film he was in, which is the one where I was on about where he plays like a bus driver, I think, and it's just a life of him.
Oh, right, yeah. I think I remember you saying that.
It's directed by Jim Jarmusch, who's like on that Wes Anderson side of things in terms of like a fan base. But no, I went with Ezra Miller because, again, I think with Prince Lawrence you need someone who's pretty. Yeah. But who's not like good looking. Yeah. So, Ezra Miller. Hans! Okay, who have you got as Hans here?
Fun cameo, Channing Tatum. Just
For
because. I
yeah.
think it just would be fun.
Yeah. Do you know who I went with,
Who
Hans?
did you ever?
I went with John Cena.
Oh, that would be so funny. Oh, I'd love to see. I just have both of them.
Yeah.
But then make no reference to the fact that it's clearly a different actor.
Yeah, just like
I
in
have
two
one of them
different...
in one scene and one of them in the other. But
Like
then
Georgie Porgy would be like, Hans! And then like, it's like Channing Tatum one shot, then it cuts like, Hans! And it's John Cena in the next one. No, yeah.
No, just Channing
both
Tatum
of
does really fun
both of
cameos.
those two would have been bad as Shazam.
Yeah.
In all honesty. Hans, I just thought, like, you just need a big guy who doesn't say
Yeah.
much, so like...
Yeah.
Do you know who my initial... Because I went back and forth, like, who I was picking for each one of these. And eventually I changed my Big Wee Wolf at the last second, but I am really confident with my Big Wee Wolf now. Do you know who I initially went with, Hans?
Who did you go
I
for?
went with Johnny Moss.
Did you really? Oh my god.
I initially put
Oh
Johnny...
yeah, that's totally why.
I literally went, nah, I'll put John Cena there. Now these ones are going to get interesting. Georgie Porgy.
I think you probably know who I've probably gone for.
I don't.
Okay, I went with Jason Statham just because.
I initially had him. Do you know what I changed it to? Jack P. Shepherd.
Oh my god.
David Platt from Corrie Norrie from
Oh.
Coronation Street. I would cast him
Corey.
as Georgie Porgy. Jason Statham. No,
No, I kind of. Well, actually.
He's
Nothing to do with Fate of the Furious. Initially, I had Luke Evans.
Do you know how Luke Evans has initially? Big Wolf, and I switched him.
And I did kind of think of Jack O'Connell, but I think he's too built. Because he's quite...
And Jason Statham isn't?
Well, he's more lean. I always think Jack O'Connell looks quite broad.
Right, okay. I don't think Jack O'Connell has like a good like voice for it either.
Yeah, that was another thing that kind of put me off.
Because I think with Georgie Porgy, you need someone who's like quite slim and who has like a good accent for it.
Yeah, because I was just thinking the people who were in Skins, because a lot of those actors kind of...
Yeah, like Nick Holt.
I wouldn't cast Nick Holt in
No,
the
I
role,
wouldn't.
but like...
I
watched Skins pretty much from start to finish, and there was a lot of like talented...
Did you watch Skins, Gary?
No.
No, I didn't.
Not your thing, right?
I think no.
Oh, who was it? Who was in it? That was who played Nick Holt's sister?
Kirsten Gordolario.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
She's in a film.
She's in Moon.
Moon, right? Yeah. She was in a trailer for something the other day that was on when we went to see.
She probably is. I can't think of it.
I can't think. I'll soon tell you what it is.
But no, I went with Jack P. Shepherd. Not because I think he's an outstanding actor, but...
She's in Pirates of the Caribbean 5.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But I went with this guy for our international fans. Coronation Street is a soap opera. It's a soap TV show, very popular, and it's set in Manchester area, isn't it, I believe?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Okay, so I went with someone like that. He's quite lean. He's got a bit like, you what? type of a voice.
He's quite small.
Yeah. But Georgie Porgy is...
Oh, no, he is. He's like... that's what I'm saying, like, that was another thing what we said about John O'Connell, because he's like little and lean, whereas I know Jason Statham's like relatively built, but
he's quite small.
He's more on the lean side. He's not like bulked, he's more on the lean side of things. Yeah. And I think it depends what movie he's in as well, because I've seen him in some films where he's sort of toned down a bit, and then other films where he's clearly piled the muscle on for what he's doing.
So he can fluctuate his weight in terms of like what is needed for the role. No, I did initially put Jason Statham down, but he is on my list here in some other form.
Oh, okay.
But I do have Jason. But no, Vivian, who is revealed to be the girl with the ribbon, Georgie Porgy's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah, it's implied.
Yeah. Vivian, who have you got as Vivian?
Got Michelle Williams.
Oh, I got Brie Larson.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. A lot of people, I remember a lot of people kind of saying Jennifer Lawrence, but...
I initially had Charlize Theron, but I thought...
That occurred to me. That was my first choice.
Voice-wise, Charlize Theron, definitely. Especially since you watched Prometheus. I was like,
yeah.
I can imagine that voice coming out of Vivian.
And she looks good with the short hair and stuff, but I kind of went for Michelle Williams instead. She's a good actress, and I feel like she fits.
She also needs more work as well.
Yeah.
She doesn't get enough recently. Yeah. What? She was in Manchester by the Sea. I'm gonna forget that. Yeah.
She was, but I think it's she only makes a few films. I think you don't really see her in a lot.
No. Very good in Blue Valentine.
I only watched that movie once.
Yeah, that's the only time you can watch it. You can't watch that again. She's good in Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
She's overall a very good actress. She just needs more stuff.
That.
But Vivian, I thought Brie Larson, I thought she looks mature for her age as well.
Yeah.
Brie Larson is younger than Ellen Page by 2 years, and you wouldn't really think that in all honesty.
Yeah.
Necessarily for how she looks. And I think she's a very powerful actress, and for a character like Vivian, I think it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Narissa, also quite an important character. Who you got for Narissa?
I've got Jane Levy.
Oh, that's a good one. I got Karen Gillan.
Did you?
Yeah. I initially put Bryce Dallas Howard,
Yeah.
but I switched with Karen Gillan.
No, with Jane Levy because I love her.
No, I would. If we had picked between the Karen Gillan and Jane Levy, I would switch Jane Levy definitely.
Yeah.
No, she's good.
Yeah.
She's a good one.
That was one I wasn't even considering Narissa at that point. I was just looking for an excuse to cast.
To put Jane Levy in it. Yeah.
No, who did I say to you? Don't Breathe.
Oh, Stephen Lang.
Yeah, I was looking for some excuse to cast him in it, and then I was like Jane Levy, and then I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. And you didn't have Dr. Swinehart, did you?
I didn't know, but I had an actor picked out whose name
Yes.
I've totally forgotten, but he died in 2014.
Yeah.
So we kind of made a rule that if we're picking people to cast, then they have to be alive right now.
Yeah, because I could very well be like, well, I would want Heath Ledger as Bigby.
Yeah, but you couldn't do that.
No.
So.
I got Ray Fiennes for Dr. Swinehart.
Did you?
Not voice-wise, but how cool would Ray Fiennes look
Just fun.
as a doctor just fixing up Bigby?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Plus, like, you need to be careful, Bigby.
Yeah.
It's like, it'd be great stuff. Here's a fun one. Jack, a.k.a. Jack and the Beanstalk.
I totally just had fun with this one.
Who did you pick?
I put Matt Damon.
I put Zac Efron.
Did you?
Yeah. Because in all honesty, for like Gren and Jack, I was thinking to myself, I want some people a part of the frat pack.
Yeah.
Like that group.
Yeah.
And so I thought like, well, Zac Efron for Jack would be like totally good for like a smug guy.
I just thought facially Matt Damon looked relatively like him. Obviously not with the long hair, but I think I found a photo of Matt Damon with long hair.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
well, he had it for The Great Wall, didn't he?
Yeah. So it was like that, and then I was kind of like, just seeing some of the stuff he's done, like comedy-wise, everyone's just been like skits and things like that. I was like, yeah, we'll have
No, nice. Yeah, no, I get that. Bluebeard.
I had two people in mind for this one.
Who have you got?
I think we might have the same one to a degree.
Yeah.
I had Idris Elba.
That's who I say. That's who I would say.
But
Idris
I
Elba.
also had Common.
Common would be good as well.
well.
Yeah.
Based on his performance in John Wick 2.
Who's good, yeah. He was also good in Selma.
Yeah.
Was not a great film in my eyes, but he was good in it. Now, I pick Idris Elba because I think of just he's got such good presence
Yeah.
for himself. And you need to be a dick to be Bluebeard.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Idris Elba's a dick by not any means. Seems to be a very nice man.
We can play a hard ass.
Oh, he can be. He looks like he can play a dick.
Yeah.
And plus, since I also recently saw Prometheus, I was like, yeah,
he was on the mind.
Yes.
No, I'll probably go with Common just to even it out a little bit.
Yeah. The Magic Mirror. So this is kind of like a voice and a face as well.
I had Hugo Weaving for that one.
I was going to pick him. I picked Ian McKellen.
Did you?
Yeah.
I can't remember. There was someone else I was going to pick. I think it was Alan Rickman, but obviously he's dead, so I can't.
Oh, yeah, he would have been really good. I was looking for like who has majestic voices.
Yeah.
And like Ian McKellen. Plus, I also got someone else that's kind of linked with Ian McKellen in this list.
Oh, I think I know what you're going to be. I don't know who you're going to cast it as, but I have no
Yeah.
idea.
But I thought like, it'd be cool. It'd be cool to have those two in another film type of thing. So, the Tweedles, Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Ray Winston.
Same.
It was between him and Robbie Coltrane, and I went with him.
Ray Winston. Yeah. Could you imagine that, Gary? Oi, 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 oi.
Nick Frost was a contender as well.
Oh, he would have been cool, Nick
Just
Frost.
the voice, really.
Yeah, no, that would have been cool. Ray Winston, though. Definitely. Who you got as Beast?
He'd have to bulk up a bit, but I've got Paul Wesley, who was it. My mum watches Vampire Diaries.
Oh, okay.
And he's like I don't know if he's still one of the leads, but when she used to like put it on, he was like the lead, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of buff, but he's like he's not broad, but he could bulk up kind of thing.
I've got, I went back and forth with this. I was like, Bradley Cooper. I was like, but then I replaced him with Chris Pratt. I think Chris Pratt could be a good Beast because he's one of those who like he needs to have like some sort of good look about him.
Yeah, that's Paul Wesley.
Okay, yeah. I thought Chris Pratt because he's kind of a bit dopey looking, but he's also like got like quote unquote like good looks about him.
Yeah,
and he can bulk up. So
well, he did, didn't he?
Well, Guardians, yeah. Well, he lost a load of weight and then he bulked up. Who you got as Holly?
Jane Lynch.
Jane Lynch.
She played the PE teacher in Glee.
Oh yeah. I got Jamie King, who played Goldie in Sin City.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, because I was kind of like thinking to myself like. Because I said this to you before, I was like, "Oh, how cool would it be like if there was like a Wolf Among Us like thing in the style of Netflix, like not Netflix, in the style of Sin City?
Yeah.
Like how cool would that be in terms of just like?
That's Jane Lynch.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Nah, I can get that.
The voice totally. I was just like, if you hear her speak, the voice goes really well.
I picked Jamie King because I think it would just be like, I can imagine like she's got a good. She can she can facial act really well.
Yeah. And
I think that would be an ideal thing. Gren, you didn't have Gren, did you?
I didn't have Gren.
I put James Franco for Gren.
I could say that. Yeah.
Originally, I was like Christian Bale. I was like, but I was like Gren.
I think early Bale could have done it, but I'm not saying he can't do it now. I just
I picked James Franco because how funny would it be to see James Franco as Gren getting pissed off at Zac Efron as Jack?
I think what the thing is as well, it's like with Christian Bale, I'm not saying he couldn't get back to how he was because he bulked so much.
He's fluctuated his weight way too many these days.
It's kind of almost as though he's broad now. Like he used to be quite sort of
slim
in terms of like build. He was a slim build, but now he's kind of broadened out a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like every time I see him now, even when he was in like Terminator Salvation and things like that, he always just looks like bulkier.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Whereas Gren's kind of like he's like a beanpole.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not saying he couldn't act it out. He'd be pretty good at it. He'd just have to drop a lot of weight, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it wouldn't be weight, it would be muscle. He'd have to drop a lot of muscle.
Faith. I have an interesting thing about this. I had Faith. I had the actress who I would have put as Faith as Beauty for ages, and then I switched the two. So who have you got as Faith?
This was one, this was a last minute thing as you were setting the computer up. It was just somebody who I banged in there who really, I haven't seen her in a great deal of things, but there's an actress called Phoebe Tonkin who was in...
Oh, why do I know her name?
I think she was in some vampire program again, something my mother watched. And she was in a really rubbish shark film called Bait, where it's like a flooded supermarket. There's a shark in the supermarket, but that one purely was she just looks the part. For me,
I put Alexandra Daddario.
She's on
on
my list somewhere.
I had her forever as Snow White. That's what I'm going to say. As Snow White. And then I was like, switch the two. Just because I think the actress who I had as Faith might be better as Snow White.
Yeah.
But no, Alexandra Daddario, I don't know how great of an actress she is.
I've enjoyed her and stuff.
I think she's good, but it's one of these things where it's like, that's why I switched her to Faith, because since Snow White is such a featured character, that I decided to have the actress that I had as... I'll get to it when I get to Snow White, basically.
I did look at Alexis Bledel as well.
Oh, yeah.
But I wasn't sure, so I stuck with the girl who I put.
Yeah. Ichabod Crane, you didn't have him, did you?
No, I didn't.
Patrick Stewart.
A lot of people think that. I couldn't really see it. There was an actor, Bob
Odenkirk.
Wait, he's not as big of an actor. He was involved in Grand Budapest.
I think I know what you mean.
Bob. Oh, what is his name? Bob Balaban.
Yeah, Bob Balaban. Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah. You
thought I was a Taliban there, didn't you, Gary?
No.
Oh.
No. No, I think, but also because it's like, it would also be cool to have a film where technically Patrick Stewart smashes Ian McKellen in the face.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
But out of all of them, I think like he can be good at that type of role.
Yeah, I think I'll probably just stick with Bob Balaban because that's what I thought of. But I hadn't made a 100% decision at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure there's another actor who I would put in the role, but I believe he might be dead.
That's the thing with these, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beauty.
I've got Blake Lively.
Oh, I got Amanda Seyfried.
Why?
Because she can kind of play that like naive-esque type of thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, I just need help, and don't tell, and stuff like that.
Don't tell.
Don't tell me, Big B, like that type of thing. Plus, I also went just by like I mixed the whole thing of like this beauty and Belle in a sense of like
That's the actor I was thinking of when he is alive. Ian McDiarmid.
For who?
Ichabod Crane.
Let me have a look.
As in like.
Yes. Yeah.
As in like the Emperor from Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, I think she can kind of have like that puppy dog look like. Oh,
yeah.
Oh. So that's why I think Amanda Seyfried, and I think her and Chris Pratt would look good as Beauty and Beast.
Yeah.
So that's why I picked Amanda Seyfried. Why Blake Lively?
I think she looks the part. She got the voice down. She played. I'm not saying similar characters, but there's characters kind of who can be quite vulnerable, but at the same time, are like what?
You got the chocolate.
Have I got Cornetto on my
I think you do, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, it's this, like, she can play characters that are kind of vulnerable, but can be a bit like sometimes as well. Because there's odd times where Beauty's just like, will you shut up?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. TJ, who have you got?
I've got Nathan Mack, who was in the remake of Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, right, okay. I'm assuming you mean voice in this.
Oh, yeah. Voiceover.
I got Tara Strong to voice TJ.
Yeah.
Tara Strong, one of the best voice actresses ever. I almost went with Troy Baker for the Magic Mirror just to have those two in a film.
Yeah.
But no, Tara Strong, I think, is... well, she voiced Timmy Turner. She can voice any, like, really young boy.
I just picked the kid who played Chip because he was reasonably good.
Yep. Buffkin.
Seth Green.
Donald Glover.
I can see that. I can totally see that.
Again, I want an excuse to cast Donald Glover.
Yeah.
And plus, we can also get a thing where it's like, hey, do you want hey Netflix, do you want an original song for Wolf Among Us? Well, we've got Donald Glover. Get Childish Gambino to do a song about Wolf Among Us.
I went with Seth Green just because of his range in Robot Chicken.
Yeah, no, he would be good. I can imagine. I went, at first I was like Michael Cera, and then I went with Jay Baruchel. I went like, you know what, screw it, Donald Glover. Plus he's also had voice acting experience.
Yep.
And yeah, Toad.
I went for a fun one because initially Toad was Ray Winston, but then I wanted to cast him elsewhere, so I went with Danny Dyer. I
went with Jason Statham as Toad.
You?
Yeah. I just find it funny, like I got Jason Statham, I'm like, right, get behind a voice booth and just...
Yeah, just do I need to explain Danny Dyer, really?
No, not really. Snow White.
Alexandra Daddario I went for.
She was there forever for me. I went with Eva Green.
Okay.
As I said, she was Faith for ages, but in terms of, I don't know how good of an actress Alexandra Daddario is.
Yeah.
I switched Eva Green and Alexandra Daddario because I know Eva Green is just much more of a powerful actress.
The only thing I think I do like, I like Alexandra Daddario, but there might be somebody else who I feel is more suitable because I also feel Snow White's a little bit older.
Yeah, that's why I went with Eva Green.
That was kind of I went with her as like a choice because but there's probably somebody else who I would cast.
I went with Eva Green as Snow White because she's the closest to age.
Yeah.
In terms of my Bigby and Snow White, I don't think they should be that far apart.
Yeah.
But yeah. The Woodsman.
Who did you pick?
This one was so difficult to me.
Who did you pick?
I almost went with Sheamus, as in from WWE. I picked Tom Hardy for The Woodsman.
I picked Paul White.
The Big Show!
I just listened to him speak and and then looked at him now as he is and watched it. I watched a few clips from Vendetta.
He's quite buff now.
Yeah, I was watching clips from Vendetta and I was like, I can't pick anybody else to be in this role.
I wanted to try and think of an actor, but
literally, if I didn't know that it was a Telltale a game voice actor, I would have thought it was Big Show voicing him in the game.
Nah, I went with Tom Hardy because he can be bulk.
Yeah. It was more of a height thing.
Yeah,
that was 5'9".
That was the same thing with me. I was like, oh, I wouldn't Tom Hardy. Oh, yeah, throw in Big Show.
Yeah.
Tom
Well,
Hardy.
he did tackle a man off a scooter.
He did.
But he didn't tackle him off a scooter. He chased him through several gardens and then tackled him.
That's Tom Hardy. That one
Yeah.
about, yeah.
Not Big Show.
Goodness sake, could you imagine Big Show tackled a guy off of me?
I think if Big Show tackled me, he'd kill me.
Grabbing my hair.
It's just his trousers. Just that's what happened with Kurt Angle. We'll get to the final two.
Could just cast Braun Strowman.
Oh goodness, that'll be good. But we'll get to the final two. But there was a story that Kurt Angle told about when Kurt Angle and Eddie Guerrero go on a fight. Big Show saw it happen, and apparently Big Show just grabbed each of them by the tights and picked them up and just plonked them down like behave.
That's hilarious.
So before we get to Big B,
Yeah.
the Crooked Man.
I had 2 actors for this one.
I've had this guy ever since I played the game for the first time. The very first time I was like, if there's a film, this guy should play him.
Purely for looks and because he's a good actor, I had Gary Oldman, but then I also had Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis is my pick.
Yeah.
Look at him in like Gangs of New York, or even like
I
Dirty
think it's just
Blood.
because he's so adaptable, because it's like, if you just look at a picture of Daniel Day-Lewis, you wouldn't really, as Daniel Day-Lewis, you wouldn't put him in the role at all, or at least I wouldn't, but he's so versatile.
Oh, he's like where there's like method actor, there should be a photo of like Daniel Day-Lewis for the definition of method actor. Like he's like,
and then Gary Oldman, because
he's so good. Originally I was like, maybe Bryan Cranston, but it's like, he'd be alright in it, but you know what I mean? It's like Daniel Day-Lewis.
I like Bryan Cranston just not for that role.
Daniel Day-Lewis is an absolutely exceptional actor, so that's why I was like, well, yeah.
He's the big one, literally.
Yes. Big B Wolf. I went through so many actors for this.
I already went through 2.
Who?
Initially I said Bradley Cooper and then I changed it.
Who have you got?
I've got Richard Armitage.
Oh, isn't that, he's from The Hobbit, isn't he?
Yeah, he's also...
Yeah, he is.
Like,
He played Thorin, yeah.
The thing that kind of made me decide was watching a clip of him in Hannibal.
Yeah.
Because he plays Francis Dolarhyde.
Okay.
You know, the Red Dragon?
Yeah.
Well, the Tooth Fairy. He's not the Red Dragon, he's the Tooth Fairy. Yeah, watching him in that and just looking generally, I just thought, yeah, that dude. Right.
I went blinking. I initially went, my final pick, I went with Tom Hardy, as I said. Luke Evans, I had Bradley Cooper, and for the longest time, no, I'm sticking with this one. For the longest time, I had Hugh Jackman. I went with Leonardo DiCaprio as Bigby Wolf.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think he could pull it off.
Fair enough.
In a way. I think he's a damn good actor, of course. He looks... I thought Revenant in terms of his kind of... Like, when he gets kind of dishevelled. When he's kind of like a bit more... He can be a bit stern anyway. I think he can do a lot of range anyway, and I think he's an okay build for it.
Fair enough.
Plus, I think having a kind of love thing between him and Eva Green would be alright.
Yeah, I could see that. That's a bit Wolf of Wall Street-esque.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So what you say to me is, you wouldn't cast Jennifer Lawrence as Bigby?
I wouldn't. Or Chris Pratt as Snow White. I did cast Chris Pratt in my thing, though. Who would you have to direct this show, Sophie, though? If you had a pick. What was that, Gary?
Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan.
Oh.
I have 2. I've got, since it's a neo-noir-y thing, Nicholas Winding Refn. But then, my main choice would be Robert Rodriguez.
I would consider the directors of John Wick.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for Atomic Blonde.
Yeah.
It looks so good.
Yeah, I would definitely consider them, I think.
Yeah.
They do really good stuff.
Yeah, definitely. John Wick 1 and 2 was good, and this Atomic Blonde looks actually really good as well.
Yeah, so that's my pick, I think, for directing.
So overall, guys, that was our casting of what we would cast as the Wolf Among Us. Gary, who would you have as Bigby?
Bigby.
Is a better question. If you had our cast in terms of like, if you had, what was yours again? Richard Armitage?
Armitage, yeah.
Armitage.
Or it might be Armitage, I don't know. I just like Armitage.
And Leonardo DiCaprio. Which one would you watch?
Caprio.
Yes.
Do you know who Richard Armitage is?
No.
Well, there you go then. Obvious choice.
He would be good. He would be a good actor for Big B. But that was our video game / not really video game talk. But it was. You got Alien Isolation, so you're probably playing that.
Yeah, I've played it before. I'll be replaying it.
So that might be a topic for maybe the next Heelcast. I don't know. We're moving on from video games now to wrestling.
Hey.
Payback happened.
Hey.
And Gary wasn't here
No.
to watch it. Did you watch Payback? Have you seen anything on Payback?
It was a trend.
No.
You haven't seen anything of Payback?
I just watch What Culture. Culture.
Yeah.
Watch that. Their weekly thing, whatever they're doing.
Yeah. Sophie,
Yeah?
this is kind of a milestone now.
Oh, Payback.
Yes. Because this was your very first wrestling show that you fully watched from start to end, which was last year's Payback. Payback 2016. No, it's Payback 2017.
So it's the annual... It's my annual wrestling show.
Payback!
Yeah. It's been a year since I started really watching...
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
The graps.
Yeah.
All I want to say is, Jericho, I love you, but I hate you as well. Why did you have to win? And I say this because for people who aren't aware, we have our own bets. We have our bets.
Yeah, we put bets on. We have a rule book and everything.
We put bets on, and we have a championship at the end of it of wrestling bets. And this time, for the first time, we put a punishment forward. And the punishment was the loser would have to change the Twitter banner to a picture of JBL, which says, "In JBL we trust." And why is that a punishment? Because JBL's a horrible, horrible man.
Of course.
He's an absolute horrible human being that deserves a job at the dole line as opposed to the commentary table. And I know that makes zero sense, because no one has a job in the dole line, but I'd rather them get drafted to the dole line than SmackDown. But that's... For anyone who's curious, that is why I've got a picture of JBL as my cover picture on Twitter, because I lost this bet. But Gary is the winner of this bet. What did you think of Payback overall, Sophie? We won't go through match by match.
I don't think it was like the most amazing show ever, but it was enjoyable. It wasn't like a dull match, I don't think.
Oh, it was a fun one, I thought.
I felt it was fun.
Yeah. We had Jericho v Kevin Owens, which I thought was better than the WrestleMania match.
I felt there was some unexpected results.
Jericho and Bliss, definitely, I would say.
Even, I think, Roman and Braun, in all honesty.
Oh, yeah, Roman losing clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had that.
Which I was happy about, because I put my bets on Braun.
Yeah, same. The Cruiserweight match was really good, wasn't it? It was a good stiff one, wasn't it? It was a good, hard-fought battle with an end via disqualification, which wasn't a bad way to end it, I don't think.
No, not at all. I felt like that was one of the best matches. I think the women's match was really good. I thought that was really good.
My favourite one might have been It might have been Owens and Jericho for me, maybe.
I think mine was the women's match.
Oh, then again, maybe Seth and Joe. Seth and Joe was good.
Seth and Joe was good. I think probably in terms of... I've got a joint favourite in the women's match and the Cruiserweights.
Yeah.
Those were the best matches of the night, I felt. And then I would say maybe Rollins and Joe. And then...
Owens and Jericho?
Owens and Jericho. And the reason why I say that is because of the Haunted House thing. And that's not even making that on the list, because that was just something in itself. I don't even want to try and rank that anywhere.
We'll talk about that. But I agree with you, this show, it was a fun show. There was nothing dull about it, I don't think. Yeah. Roman and Braun had their dull moments, because,
Well, we knew that was going to happen anyway.
But, what's... We all know what Roman's like. Braun's good when he has a good guy to work with.
Yeah.
And so is Roman. But I have these experiences, if you put two guys together who are good, if they work with someone who's good, you're going to get a boring match. The Rock and John Cena. The Rock is good when he's working with someone who is good. He had a match with Chris Benoit, which was really good. His match with Stone Cold were actually pretty good. I think he had a match with Kurt Angle, which was actually pretty good. And then John Cena, his match with CM Punk, amazing. His matches with AJ Styles, really good. But once you put him and The Rock together, who are good when they have good opponents,
Yeah.
Same thing with Braun and Roman. But oh my God. Gary, okay, we'll get your voice in this, Gary. What are your opinions on the results of Payback?
Pretty good. Yeah, I would say they're pretty good. Good winners. Good wins.
Good. I think it's good that Jericho. Well, I don't think it's good that Jericho won.
Well, obviously you're not going to think that because it lost you the bet.
No, well, I think it's good to have a
Did it
surprise.
draw?
I think it's good to have a surprise, which was fine. I think it was good to have Alexa beat Bayley, in a way.
Yeah.
I would have preferred to have Bayley keep the title, but you know,
Yeah.
I like Alexa Bliss a lot as well. So
She annoys me, but I can agree that she's a good wrestler.
yeah, no,
Her
she,
character just irritates me.
that's what I like about her as well. She's such a good heel. She's so good.
Of the two, I prefer Charlotte. Well, I'm saying of the two, there's like Nia as well, but
In terms of the heels,
like female heels. It's
we've got
like,
Natalia, we've got
yeah, I
Carmella.
forgot. I forgot about them. Yeah.
We've got Mickey James is there, who's kind of a face, I think. No, I don't know.
She's there.
She was really good in the day.
I'm not saying she
Really
wasn't.
good. But yeah, I know. But yeah, her return's kind of been lackluster. Should we talk about the House of Horrors match, Sophie?
Yeah. AKA Resident Evil 7, the wrestling match.
But no, we didn't even say that. Adam Plumpy, sorry, I almost said Adam Plumpy. Plumpy from WhatCulture.com even said, like, someone's been playing Resident Evil 7. It was such a I said that, he was like, it's Resident Evil 7, and then there were babies, and it was like, this is definitely Resident Evil 7.
Oh, just the bit where the minute he pulled, well, when it opened, and I was like, why is Randy Orton shirtless in the back of the limo?
he just shirtless in the back of the limo.
And then they pulled up and the light flashed and bro was just hanging upside down watching him out of the window.
And it's like Randy Orton looked at it going, what the hell? It's like, what? You weren't expecting this?
Yeah, you knew what you were going into. You knew you were going to
In a House of Horrors. And there were just moments where, it was just, is this going on at Halloween? Are we putting this on a Halloween?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, my God. I was saying this year, like, you know what? I'm fine with Bray Wyatt losing now if they just do stuff kind of like this with him.
Yeah.
Like, if they make him a horror movie villain. Because in horror movies, how many times has Michael Myers won at the end of a horror film?
Exactly.
Like, how many times? But he keeps getting back up and he keeps going. How many times has, like, Freddy Krueger won? He might have won the odd once or twice. But Bray Wyatt's won the odd once or twice as well. He's been the WWE champion.
Well, yeah, obviously,
So-
to even set up this feud, you had to win something.
Yeah, so, I mean, but, like, I think it's perfect. Like, if you just have these spooky things and Bray Wyatt's almost like a horror movie villain, but he just keeps getting knocked down, but he keeps getting back up. Just keep doing this with him. I'm fine with it. What do we see for the future of, like, what's to come now? In terms of the results of these matches.
Well, I kind of got thrown a bit because I honestly thought that Bayley was going to return until SummerSlam, and I thought they were going to set up a feud with her and Sasha.
Bayley.
But they could still do that. I mean, I haven't watched Raw
Neither have I.
or
SmackDown.
or SmackDown. But there could kind of be a thing of like Bayley could kind of be like, you helped me when I was fighting Charlotte. Why didn't you come and help me then? And they could do that.
Yeah, they could do something.
I don't think they will.
Probably not.
But I kind of was anticipating that, so that's totally knocked that for 6.
But it's like, between Owens and Jericho won the title, and he's recently just lost on SmackDown.
That was a bit stupid.
Back to Kevin Owens. So we are getting Kevin Owens...
A bit of a hot potato.
Yeah. We're getting Kevin Owens to defend the United States Championship against AJ Styles at Backlash. So, we know what's happening with that. Cruiserweight-wise, we got... I don't know what can really come of that anymore. Just another feud with Neville and someone else, really.
Yeah.
Who would you like to see amongst, like, who do you think would be a good cruiserweight in this cruiserweight?
That.
He's already in it, Gary.
Who do I think should be moved up to like the cruiserweight division?
well, who would be a good addition to it?
Aleister Black.
Ooh. I think he's too good for that.
Well, maybe.
Tyler Bate.
Is he a cruiserweight now?
He's a cruiserweight.
Oh,
yes.
right, yeah. I don't know. I always think he's like bigger than he is. I think it's because he was quite bulky.
He's broad, yeah.
Bro.
No, Aleister Black would be cool, but I would like to see him do more stuff in NXT, and I don't know, I would like to see him just do things in, like, I want to see a match between him and Neville.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, that'll be fine. I'd be fine with that.
The tag team, Cesaro turned heel, and Jeff Hardy lost a tooth.
Yeah, I don't think that was the intention.
No, they're definitely not. Sheamus kicked Jeff Hardy in the face.
Yeah,
which
but
resulted in a tooth getting lost.
And then Matt was bleeding from the face, and
yeah, I don't think any of that was really intentional. Forget British strong style. Why is Cesaro should be called international strong style?
Swiss strong style.
Well, there's an Irishman. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're going to have just that feud on again, just with the heel Cesaro.
Yeah.
Which I'm good with.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Fine with. Build who's our revival? Well, you're the guy from the revival needs to return. Yeah. Okay. What else really came? Oh yeah, Bliss. I don't know what's going to happen with Bliss. Probably Bliss and Bayley again.
Yeah, in all honesty, and then there's going to be something with Sasha, I think.
Yes, probably somehow. We got Jinder Mahal interfered in the House of Horrors.
I was waiting for you to get onto that.
Jinder, the man, the myth, the beautiful legend, Jinder Mahal, who's clearly winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So we don't really need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Do we need to discuss any more about Jinder? Do you disagree in this opinion, Gary?
No, it's good. I think he's a good. I think it'd be a good for him for his career.
Yeah, give him the WWE World Championship. I'm fine with that.
It's a bit of a random thing, but we kind of discussed that before, didn't we?
Oh, in the previous podcast,
yeah, in the
yes.
previous podcast.
But Jinder Mahal is the future of the WWE.
Said Oscar.
Enough said. End of. Rollins and Joe, looks like we might get more of that because Rollins kind of had a bit of a roll-up on Joe, even though Joe was clearly choking Rollins out.
Yeah.
I'm fine with more Rollins and Joe.
Yeah, I think that's going to be an ongoing thing, in all honesty. Now that the feud with Triple H has ended, I think it's going to be Seth and Joe for a while.
I'm good.
It's
kind of a Ring of Honor dream match that, as far as I'm aware, never happened.
Yeah.
So
I'll look it up. Was he Samoa Joe?
He was still Samoa Joe, and then Seth Rollins was Tyler Black. Yeah.
Let's have a look. Oh, it did happen, 2008.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the fight in 2008.
Okay, there you go then. And then the main event, I assumed that they were building Braun to face Brock for the Universal title. But according to Gary, what's this news that's apparently surfaced, Gary? Involving Braun Strowman.
He's injured.
Yeah, but the viewers might not know that.
Yeah.
He's injured at the moment.
Yeah, which is...
which is Wrestle Talk TV, whatever it's called, a YouTube channel.
Yeah, which is kind of scary because I wanted to see him versus Brock for the Universal title.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect Braun to win the title. I would like it, but does the concept of Brock v Braun excite anyone?
Yeah.
We're not necessarily excited. Does it
It's
intrigue?
more exciting than some of the stuff I've seen from Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, well, I mean, as I said, it's like
recently.
It can't really be a squash either way.
Well, no, because then that's
it has to be a competitive thing. Because it's like Brock's not going to squash Braun because why would he?
Because that's just going to kill Braun's career when he's been kind of pushed as this force of nature.
And then instantly squashed by Lesnar. And Lesnar can't get squashed by Braun because then that makes Goldberg less special. Because then it's going to be a thing of oh, so you just suck now.
Yeah.
So a competitive match between Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar would be good. I would like to see the thing of Brock can't quite suplex Braun or something like that, and then
yeah,
that'd be top.
I'd like to see him try and suplex Braun.
Oh goodness sake, yeah. I would love if Braun suplex Brock instead.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Moving on from Payback, overall Payback was an enjoyable one. I was entertained through and throughout, I would say. I'm looking forward to Backlash, in a sense, because it's the Chicago crowd and they're always fun. CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. Those chants are going to get chanted, hands down. But let's move on from Payback. So this is going to be a bridging topic from Wrestling the Films. About a week ago, I think it was.
About a week ago.
It was announced that, I think it's Sony, I believe it's Sony, or Paramount, I can't remember, are going to be making, in associating with WWE Studios, a Vincent Kennedy McMahon biopic.
Wow.
Directed and written, I believe, from the same team who did Crazy Stupid Love, I Love You Philip Morris, Focus, and Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. How amazing is this news that we're going to get a Vince McMahon biopic?
Well, it's certainly something, Oscar.
And the name of it, Gary. Do you remember the name of this biopic that's going to be done? What's the name of it, Gary? Scream it loud, shout it, raise your voice and say what it's called.
Pandemonium.
Pandemonium. It's going to be called, which is how better of a title is that for a Vince McMahon biopic? Pandemonium.
It's interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
And this is what I was on about in the Wolf Among Us thing. We might do a little bit of fan casting.
Wow.
Who could play Vince McMahon other than Vince McMahon? Who on earth could do that?
Shane McMahon.
Shane
No,
McMahon. Stephanie McMahon, yes.
We're being dummy, but no, I don't know.
No, it's such an absurd, we're all seeing it, aren't we?
Of course we are.
We're all seeing this, aren't we? The one thing I'm worried about with this, if it's associated with WWE Studios, how far into are they going to go into of Vince McMahon being just a giant dick?
Probably not very. If he's got anything to say about it, he's not going to be all like, "Oh yeah, just show me being like this asshole."
Yeah. We're getting a Vince McMahon biopic. Are you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you about that?
5 at the moment.
Oh, 3.
What? Why? How can you?
It's in early development. When it comes out, I'll probably be hyped, but we're a bit early days at the moment.
But the concept of it.
The concept's great, but if it's just going to be a total oh, Vince McMahon's amazing fest, then it's going to be a bit okay.
Do you think they'll bring up Benoit?
Although
you think they'll bring up Benoit?
I don't think they'll name him. I think they'll allude to it, but I think they'll give him a different name or something. Be like, Mr. McMahon, there's been a tragedy.
Bis Kenwa.
Oh, they'll give him some Peter Stick or something like that.
Peter Stick.
Peter Stick or something.
Peter Stick, double murder suicide.
Or something that I think. But to be fair, I'm saying that they might. He'll have to look like a good guy. But in all fairness, if Camp WWE, if you go away with half the stuff in Camp
okay,
WWE,
yeah, and he actually, true. There's a moment in Camp WWE, that moment where we're like, is it implied that Vince had sex with a wolf?
Yes, it is heavily implied.
It's like, wait, what? Oh, have you seen Camp WWE, Gary?
A few episodes, yeah.
We need to watch it again, don't we?
We do.
There's only 5.
There's only 5 of them.
Gutted. Apparently, everyone said it. A lot of people said it was bad. I'm like, what? I think it's just because we have some really surreal humour about the whole thing.
Yeah.
We laugh at the fact that...
Because it was kind of stuff that we probably would have written.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Not all of it, but some of it.
Oh, it's definitely right up our alley in terms of humour-wise. But that's branching on from a wrestling film onto actual films. About a week ago, us 3, as well as 2 other friends, went to see the newest Marvel Cinematic Universe film, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume Duh. And Voldemort. And I know what I did say this. I did flat out say one time that I'm done with the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
After, I wouldn't say famously. If you've watched my Avengers Age of Ultron review, that's when I kind of was like, why? Why?
Well, that was a film we saw together, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When it came out, I think it was one of the first times I've been to the cinema with you.
Yeah.
And it was kind of we all kind of left
Yeah. But the reason why I'm mad at it is because it's the same formula as every other Marvel film. It's literally the same one. And then I didn't go and see Ant-Man, but I heard from people that was the same thing as Iron Man, basically. Mm-hmm. I didn't see Civil War. Gary did. What was that like, Gary?
It was pretty crap.
Did Captain America die?
You know what? I cannot remember.
Guys, we need a moment. I've just realised you can delete Comic Sans from Mac.
Yes!
Death to Comic Sans!
Hallelujah. But Civil War, was it just basic genericness?
Yeah, it was like Avengers, but with other characters.
And I heard Doctor Strange was essentially just cookie cutter formula as well.
I haven't seen that.
Neither have I.
So.
What I heard from Eric Striffler, not that I'm mates with him, it's not like I'm on the phone with Eric Striffler, but Eric Striffler from I wish. Blair Schiffer from Pretty Much It fame said like Doctor Strange was just the most cookie cutter formula of a Marvel film could be. And considering how cookie cutter the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been, that's saying a lot.
Or Vince McMahon.
But Guardians of the Galaxy, I enjoyed the first Guardians of the Galaxy. It was one of those ones which was quite fresh and new and interesting. The humour was new.
It was funky fresh.
I liked it. And the trailers I saw from Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I remember saying to you, Sophie, I was like, that one doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, I remember you kind of being like, yeah, I'll give that a chance, why not?
So we all went, because social.
Yeah, it'd be social.
And basic thoughts, we go around the table. Or the beanbag, as this is. Gary, just initially, what's your thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Had a good soundtrack, good cinematography, was beautiful. Good visual effects.
Uh-huh.
Probably the best I've actually seen in the film. To be fair.
Whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
What about Interstellar, dude?
They're all practical, though.
Not all of them.
Yeah, it's... Yeah. It's... Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed it, yeah.
What are your thoughts? We'll get more in depth into them, but it's like, Sophie, thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
It was fine. It was just fine.
Okay.
I didn't hate it. I didn't think it was amazing. There were some really good points. It got very exposition-y at points, and I sometimes felt like some characters came out feeling more interesting than others, and I felt that at times it got a bit cliched or generic, especially when you got to the kind of not quite the midpoint, just past the midpoint.
We'll probably be discussing spoilers about this, by the way, so
yeah,
just keep that in mind, guys.
Yeah, so I'm allowed to talk about stuff then.
Yeah.
The whole bit where it was like, go hang out with your dad, and then like
he's a villain,
and then she's like, yeah, your dad, there's something weird about your dad. He's like, no, it's not my dad. And it's kind of like,
funny enough, like in the last Yocast, we talked about like how we felt like that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 trailer did spoil something.
Yeah.
And I was pleasantly surprised that I was relatively early on in the film.
Yeah, that was fine. I was happy with that.
Yes.
But I just kind of
I still kind of rather wish Kurt Russell to not know Kurt Russell was in the film, because how cool would it...
as soon as I saw the guy who just rescued them, I was like, well, that's Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
I didn't see any trailer, so...
Well, we kind of just opened our eyes like when we thought...
It was one of those things like, you know, where the trailer's played and then it goes silent, so you're like, oh, it's over now, and then you looked up and there's like an after title scene, and you're oh.
The scene was literally like, who are you? And then there's Kurt Russell going like, I'm your dad. So we were like, oh, come on! But yeah, for me, I enjoyed this film. It's better than Age of Ultron by, leaps and bounds.
Oh, it's definitely a lot better than like the other MCU. Well, I'm not saying all the other MCU films, because I haven't seen them, but honestly say that.
I don't prefer it than Guardians of the Galaxy.
I prefer the first one.
As I've kind of grown up, what am I on about?
You're a big boy now.
As I've went on, I think Guardians of the Galaxy might be my favourite MCU film, simply for the fact it's almost just completely detached from everything else.
At the moment.
Which I'll get to that. But for me, that's why I don't want every bloody thing to be attached. Like, so much so where you're like, you have to watch this one to watch this one. It's like, it's like, what if I just want to watch Ant-Man and someone's like, well, no, what if I just want to watch Doctor Strange or something like that, and people are like, well, you've got to watch Ant-Man first. It's like, but I don't want to. But you need to. Oh, I don't want to, though. Then you watch Ant-Man. It's like, I guess that was important. Or something like that.
I guess that had some relevance somewhere.
But with Guardians of the Galaxy, I like how it's a fact. It's almost its own little standalone thing. I'm like, okay. And the one thing I get worried about with Guardians of the Galaxy 2, it's like, oh, they're starting to link with everything else.
Yeah, that's worrying.
Because that's when you were, there was a moment when the whole thing was kind of like the big blob cloud thing on Earth, and you're like, why? Because...
Yeah, that was the point. I was kind of like, right, hang on a sec. There's this big blob coming towards these people on Earth, and they're all filming it what the hell is that?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, well, I'm not being funny. not so long ago, which obviously timelines and that sync up a certain way. But if we're led to believe the whole stuff with Captain America's already happened and all that, Avengers and that, and it's like, so a big green man fighting a guy dressed in a metal egg shell head thing.
Well, also when you got
destroying a building.
Well, also when you got Loki summoning like little devils or something down to Earth,
all this
like
happening,
that,
and everyone sees a blue blob and goes, "What the hell?" Like they've never seen anything like that before.
But it's also like, I can't remember what you said, but you're like, but why is that there? Because I'm like, because it's in the Marvel universe, and you're like, yeah, but that doesn't make sense for this film. I'm like, but they have to make sense for the universe.
Oh, that was it. There it was.
Because
it was on Earth and no one was aware of anything like going on. And I was like, well, kind of, the universe for Guardians of the Galaxy itself never kind of feels like it has a set point in time.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
On Earth, because you're in space, so all this other stuff's happening.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, yeah, it's probably a different galaxy, but then in the same token, it's like, obviously, to pick up Chris Pratt's character, like, Yondu must have come to Earth, or there must be people passing by Earth, and nobody's noticed all these millions of other life forms.
Yeah.
But, like, they're on Earth and there's also the stuff happening and they don't really question it at all.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean, but it's like a fact of, because I said, well, yeah, the fact that they got, like, a god that's kind of, like, just, like, linked or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, I do agree, it's like, now they're starting to link with everything else, it's like, it's like, in Chris Stuckman's review, he described these gold people.
Yeah.
Who he was like, every time they were on, I just kind of was willing them to just go away, because they just weren't interesting. And that's why I was like, when I was watching I was like, just go away. I
thought they were funny, me.
They're funny, yeah, but like in terms of like the story way, I was like, just go away. You're not important. You were fine at the beginning, but we don't need you to keep buzzing around being like, hey. It's like, go away. And then it's like, and Stuckman was on, but like, well, I guess it's important because
they do this thing later, but
because of the after credit scene.
So
it's
you put them in there to have an after credit scene.
Yeah.
When you could have just put the after credit scene at the beginning of the movie.
I don't get these after credit scenes. In all honesty, I don't get why we need after credit scenes. Just put them in the film.
I don't get why you need 5.
No.
From the same film as well, not like going on.
Because there was 5 after credit scenes in this,
and only one that was really important.
Yeah, the rest were just fun. Keep the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you could have a fun, like, at the beginning of the credits, have a few fun things while you announce whoever's in the movie, and then have a big
So they're not
reveal.
like scattered throughout the credits, so you have to sit through. And
like, just have it where it's like Chris Pratt's name pops up, you have a little scene. Vin Diesel's name pops up, you have a little scene. Batista's name, da-da-da. That's your lot, the entire credits, and then have an after credits scene where it's like something important happens.
Yeah.
But it's like every movie now kind of has an after credits scene practically.
I mean, we can link. I did have another topic, but we can just link this with this as well as our thoughts, just cinematic universes generally.
But it is a thing now, it's like everything has to have an after credits scene. Like, literally, the amount of times we go to the cinema, and unless it's a movie like Personal Shopper or Swiss Army Man
Nocturnal
Animals, if it's a movie
Silence.
like that, they all have potentially an after credits scene. What did we sit through?
Fast and Furious,
yeah, we were waiting for an after credits scene. It's like, okay, so this is a film basically where somebody's like, we're going to make like 12 of these films, so we'll just put something from the next film after the credits, or just to remind everyone that we're making another one.
I think it's the thing of like, if there wasn't an after credits scene in 5, no one would be like, well, there's a one for this one now.
Yeah, but then it's a thing with most franchises now. You do sit through them to see if there is one.
Yeah.
Because even taking 5 out of the equation...
that's what I do like about DC. They don't have that.
I haven't seen any... Have I seen any DC movies?
Man of Steel.
Oh, I can't remember that very well.
But no, they don't. Do they, Gary? They don't. No, there was a scene in Batman v Superman where it was like, that felt like that was an after credits scene.
Yeah, but it wasn't an actual...
Wait, was there one in Suicide Squad? I don't think... No, it wasn't. I don't think it was, at least. But no, yeah, I don't, as far as I'm aware, those don't have to after-credit scenes. Oh, the X-Men films are kind of wishy-washy with their after-credit scenes, aren't they? Sometimes it's like, oh, there's one, then it's like, no, there isn't. It's like when we went to see Logan, we were just sat there and the guy had to come in and go like, yeah, there's nothing else on. You're like, all right.
But it's just a thing, like I say, I just feel like everything's like, oh... We'll just put this in here so that we can remind everybody that we're going to make like 50 more of these things. or that we're going to link this with this.
At least with the Fast and Furious, we know there's only 2 more left, and that's it.
Yeah.
And maybe spin-offs, but that's it.
I don't mind post-credit scenes where it's just a bit of fun. Like, that's fine. Or
like how it used to be in the day,
back
like
in the day.
Pixar, like when they used to do daft little things,
When you
like
have
bloopers.
outtakes.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that. I used to love that because that was just like a bit of fun after the movie. Like I think they did it in Monsters Inc. or something
They
like
did
that.
fake ones in all the early Pixar ones, yeah.
And it was kind of like you just had that really emotional ending in Monsters Inc. and then you just kind of had a little bit of fun afterwards to kind of be like, yeah, okay. I think it was Monsters Inc. It was something like that. Or even in like is kind of awful. It wasn't awful, but not great as it was. The Lion King 1.5. They had like outtakes on that, but they had like who voices Mufasa again? Is it James
L. Jones.
Jones. They had him like he'd like looked up, or he'd done like fake outtakes and then animated Mufasa to like do the outtakes, and it was really funny.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they? Yeah, I love.
But I'd rather see that than like, oh yeah, this was going to be in like Marvel Cinematic Universe film number 120.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, like, with this thing at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy, they used to get to a point where I knew exactly, like, when early on I was like, oh, like in Iron Man, where it was like Nick Fury walking up and like, I need to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative, and I was like, oh my god, that's cool. And then I didn't watch Hulk. And then Thor had one where it was like, oh, Loki's escaped, oh my god. And then like, it was all like setting up Avengers.
Yeah.
Like, all those films were just setting up Avengers. I was like, oh, that was cool. And then Avengers was like, Thanos is going to happen. And then that was the start of like, but when?
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, oh, that's like Infinity War. And now that's coming out like in 2020, I think, or something like that.
The thing being as well is it's like, I don't hate Marvel. I'm not like one of these people who like, because people either absolutely fangirl over it, like it's the best thing to ever exist.
Yeah.
Or people hate it.
Yeah.
Like they don't get the point.
I just don't like the fact how they're so formulaic.
Yeah,
they're
I'm
just
somewhere
basic.
in the middle where I'm kind of like, yeah, it's fine. If someone put it on, I'd watch it. There's certain films.
I would watch the Thor films because I do enjoy the Thors.
Yeah. There's certain ones people.
I might not watch. I'm probably not watching Ragnarok, but yeah.
There's ones where I've tried to sit down and watch them and I just can't. And I don't mean that in a way, but yeah, First Avenger, Captain America. I watched that film 3 times and I have never got to the end of it.
Gary,
and not because I've fallen asleep either. Literally thing of after a point, I just space.
Yeah, we will get back to Guardians of the Galaxy 2 every now and then. Let's just make this a Marvel talk now. How about that? Like in terms of Gary, are there any like Marvel films like you either like? Is there one that you really like, or is there one that you like really don't like that you have seen at least?
I haven't seen a lot of Marvel films. I've only watched maybe Captain America and Winter Soldier.
Yeah. That was the most overrated.
A bit of Avengers.
I like Avengers. I do like that one. That's enjoyable.
And Captain America Civil War. And that's the only ones I've actually seen.
Iron Man?
And Iron Man. Yeah, I know Iron Man films.
Here's a point. I love Fox Marvel.
Oh, I love
X-Men,
that.
I
Yeah.
adore.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the X-Men movies.
Do you know why? Why I like X-Men? They focus on characters. And they don't focus on building to the next film. They focus on the film they're doing.
Well, yeah, because I watched First Class and I had no idea what the movie after that was going to be. And same with Days of the Future. Like, I didn't know what the outcome was going to be. I kind of just assumed it was a thing of like, okay, it's a prequel. I didn't know they were going to make more when I watched it. Because the first time I saw it twice. I got asked to go with people because we were already out there. We were going to the cinema. I hadn't seen an X-Men film in years. And like, oh, come along. And I ended up enjoying it more than the people I went with. And I went to see it again a few weeks later.
And the only thing that's kind of like separate from the whole thing is technically Deadpool's within the same universe.
Yeah.
But that doesn't feel like it's trying to be like
That's just a movie though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You could watch that totally out of context and it'd be the odd joke you wouldn't understand.
And they're doing a sequel, which I don't know how much that link's going to be into the X-Men, which I doubt it will be any.
But I enjoyed Deadpool.
Do you know who's directed Deadpool 2?
No.
The guy who's directed Atomic Blonde.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Two. That's a band. No, but I really enjoy the Fox Marvel movies. And it's kind of a thing of like when we get to MCU, it's like you say, it's just setting up a new film, and it's
the
kind
trailers
of,
for films
with a lot of I'm saying superhero movies. There was a phase where they just make movies about the same characters, and I don't even mean like a continuation of a plot. I mean they would literally make 3 films or so or a film about this one character, and people wouldn't like it, so they'd reboot it.
And it would be essentially the same thing, yeah.
So then they'd reboot it again, which is basically what was done with Spider-Man. And they did it with Wolverine as well. And I like Wolverine's character, but the amount...
Not with different actors.
Not with different actors. I don't mean with different actors.
Okay.
I just mean I never said anything about different actors. I just mean like...
I thought you meant just reboot the whole story.
No, they're just like... It's like they make the X-Men... They make 3 X-Men films, and for the most part, Wolverine's strong focus in those.
Yes.
Then they made...
He's universally the most popular character.
Yeah. Then because he was popular, they made Wolverine Origins, which everyone hated.
Yeah, because they did the 3 X-Men films, then they did Origins Wolverine, which,
Then
oh
they
my
did
god.
The Wolverine, which is mixed...
They did First Class, then they did the Wolverine, which again...
cameo in that one. If we're talking about just...
No,
Wolverine,
I just mean in order of the X-Men films, that's what I mean.
And then they did... That was more of a Charles and Eric story.
Logan.
No, First Class.
Oh, First Class.
And then they did the Wolverine, which was... That's kind of 50-50 for a lot of people.
When I first watched it, I really liked it. When I watched it with you, like, oh goodness. When I watched it with you that one time, I didn't like it as much, but I'm okay with it.
I enjoyed the setting.
That's why I like it, because
I'm
a big Japanese fan.
but they did that, and then when that was kind of... It got a bit swept under the rug, really. I remember it
Wolverine.
coming out, but I don't remember there being... Like, when Origins came out, before everyone knew how bad it was, there was a lot of hype around it, and everyone was like, oh my god, there's a Wolverine movie coming out. And then when this came out, it was kind of a thing of, like, I remember it being mentioned that it was in the cinema, and then it was on DVD, and I never really had anyone talk about it, and then I think Will mentioned it once, and you'd mentioned it. But it didn't have as big of a thing, and even on, like, movie channel, like, we don't have Virgin Movies, but Sky Movies technically anymore. But, like, you'd find Origins would be on a lot, and that was never on.
Oh, yeah.
And I think after that, then now they've done Logan, and it's like, how many films do you make telling the same story? It's not the same story, it's different stories, but the stories of the same character.
When they're done with Wolverine.
I know they're done with him now, but
at least with Hugh Jackman. Hopefully no more Wolverine, please.
But it's like, what about, like, other characters? That's why I think First Class was such a breath of fresh air, because it was looking at different characters.
I think it's safe to say my opinion is right with this. That, well, it probably isn't. But I would say the 3 best X-Men films are all the ones involving McAvoy and Fassbender.
I would be inclined to agree. I do like the first X-Men, but there's some really bad parts.
A lot of people seem to hate Apocalypse, and I don't get it.
I get there's bits that people wouldn't like there was bits of Days of Future Past that I didn't like, but I felt like Fassbender's story in that, my god.
In Apocalypse?
Yeah.
It was so good. Have you seen Apocalypse, Gary?
Nope, I still gotta see it.
So
we
good.
won't spoil that then.
No, it's good.
But
it's
that's
so good.
And that's kind of a problem.
That gave me chills.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem I have as well with things like that, when they put focus on like one character for the majority of the films, because you've got an ensemble cast, and there's a lot of characters in the X-Men universe.
Yeah,
that's one thing I think.
And a lot of favourites of people, like, why can't we get this character? Why can't this character get exposure?
Yeah. And it's like with Apocalypse, you got exposure on like maybe 5 characters. It wasn't just...
Who would you like to see, like, I wouldn't say like a standalone film of an X-Men character, but like, who would you like to see, like, be like a forefront? That is not Wolverine necessarily.
I'd be interested in maybe Rogue.
What were you, Gary?
I don't know who I'd cast.
Anna Paquin?
I like her, I just wouldn't cast her. Or I'd say Mystique, but we've already had it, really. We haven't had a Mystique movie, but we've had like a backstory. We've had all the emotional turmoil. We've got we've had plenty of Magneto.
Yes.
We've had plenty of
Charles.
Professor X.
Yeah.
We've had Jean Grey, kind of.
Yeah.
We've had Wolverine.
Yeah.
Maybe Gambit. He hasn't really had much in terms of cinema.
Beast, did you say, Gary?
Well, you kind of had his origin story in First Class.
Well, no, I don't mean an origin story.
Yeah.
I just mean just like...
Yeah, you could have a movie on him. I wouldn't mind seeing a movie on Storm. You haven't really had much...
Yeah, Storm, yeah.
Kitty Pryde.
But you're going to say that because you love Ellen Page.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, yeah, just anybody. Like, there's a lot of characters in that. And Storm, I remember when I used to watch a TV show when I was a kid, Rogue, Storm and Gambit were like at the forefront, with Wolverine, with Cyclops, with Jean.
I always thought, I wouldn't mind seeing a Gambit film. at all.
Beast was like.
Well,
Gabby
not
Beast was
Gambit.
also the forefront.
When I say Gambit film, I don't mean standalone because they've been trying to do that for ages.
No, but if they had if they did another X-Men movie where they had the kind of focused on some characters more than others, because I felt like this isn't a spoiler for Gary, but Apocalypse was like Magneto's story. It was Professor X's story to a degree, but I felt like it was a bit more Magneto's story.
Oh,
it was Jean Grey's story. Even Quicksilver got a fair run at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there was like a Storm. There was like a thing for her. So it was kind of like there's a bit of something for everyone. And even in Days of Future Past, it was a big thing for, again, Professor X, Magneto. Yeah, Wolverine played a big part, but he felt more like a spectator.
Yeah. Well, it was, yeah.
Mystique had a big role in that.
God.
Trask had a big role in that.
I love Days of Future Past so much. It's one of my favourite superhero films, I would say that is.
And then the first one, the main focus was like Mystique and Professor X and...
In First Class, yeah.
Beast as well. There was a lot for Beast in there.
Well, it was Charles and Eric.
Charles and Eric primarily, but there was a lot for Beast and Mystique.
That's such a good one as well, yeah.
But like I said, it's better if you're going to do it like that. And if you've got an ensemble cast, like, yeah, with Spider-Man you can't really do that as such, but why keep remaking a movie that no one can seem to get right?
I'm simply going to say this. With Age of Ultron, that's what made me be done with most of the cinematic MCU. I'm just done. With Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm going to be done with Guardians of the Galaxy as soon as they start interacting with all the other Avengers stuff. Because at that point, they're just mashed in with everything else. Because I enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy for me is like, this is a fun not necessarily turn your brain up, but it's like, that was really funny. Like, it was a legitimately funny moment.
Some good actors in it.
I liked the chemistry between all these guys. It's a fun space romp. Yeah. It's just and we rarely have any good sci-fi fantasy films these days.
Yeah.
And it's cool. I'm going to be done with them as soon as they start interacting with Avengers and stuff. And I'm going to say this now. If I don't like Spider-Man Homecoming, I'm done with Spider-Man in film form. Because I haven't liked the Raimi Spider-Man. I liked the first one when I was 7.
Yeah, but when you're a kid, it's different. Like, you enjoy things when you're a kid that when you watch it when you're older, you kind of like, oh god.
I like the first one just for Willem Dafoe, really.
Well, you go to anything with Willem Dafoe and usually.
I'm a big Willem Dafoe
I always
guy.
feel like he wasn't really taking himself too seriously.
That's why I like that.
And I think I remember when I was a kid, I enjoyed the second one because like, the old lady hit the Spider-Man with a handbag.
I wasn't that thrilled with that one, and Spider-Man 3 was, oh my god. The Amazing Spider-Man films,
I haven't seen those.
The only thing really good about those ones is Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone as Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy, not Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I want to preface that. The Peter Parker, Gwen Stacy moments I really like, but that's really it. And if this Spider-Man Homecoming's not good, then I'm like...
Well, how many more movies do you have to sit through?
Well, that's why I at least want to see 3 incarnations of Spider-Man, and I'm like, right, this one's bad as well. I'm not giving this...
Yeah.
Like, why should I bother then? Like, because they're going to do another Fantastic Four film. If that one's not good, then I'm like, well, then I'm done then.
Why? As in, like, they're rebooting it again?
They will do eventually. That's what I don't mean anytime soon.
I thought you meant like they'd actually announced they were doing it. I was like, oh my god.
No, I mean, like, they will do one. They will. But if that one's bad as well, then I'm going to be like, well, I'm done. Because why would I bother? Like, watching,
I wouldn't sit through...
I would give each incarnate, like, example. I didn't like I'm not a big fan of Batman Returns. So I'm like, whatever. Let's start with this, okay. Batman Forever, not really a good one. Batman and Robin, another incarnation of Batman, not good at all. If Batman Begins sucked, I'm sure everyone would have been like, then we're done with Batman. Why should we bother?
Yeah, because it's just getting gradually worse.
Yeah, but Batman Begins didn't suck, so it's got people interested. If this Spider-Man Homecoming gets me interested in Spider-Man again, then I'm like, okay then, give me more Spider-Man. I'm good with that. But if it's just, if it just doesn't interest me, and my main fear is that it's just going to be trying to be like a setup to Spider-Man in an Avengers film, which it probably is, I'm going to be like, I'm not going to bother. So, my whole thing with cinematic universes is like, I'm not a big fan of them.
Yeah.
Because it becomes a time where films are just...
made to make other films.
Yes. And you're making feature-length trailers.
Do you know what it's kind of like, in a way? It's like matches building up to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's like setting up feuds for WrestleMania.
It's like one in WrestleMania 27 where the main event, Miz and John Cena, was simply there to set up next year's WrestleMania main event between Cena and Rock.
Yeah.
Which is like, why do I want a match to be set up to the next film? Which in itself is setting up for the next film, which in itself is setting up the next film. There's no end. And I'm not saying there needs to be an end to anything, but I'm just saying, like, to have a satisfying film, you need to have some end. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 had that. Volume 2 kind of had that. But it's starting to become a thing where it's like, we need another one.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
No.
There were some parts I absolutely adored.
Batista was amazing.
Batista was fantastic.
Baby Groot is incredible.
Yeah,
for me.
I loved the development for Rocket in this. I absolutely adored that.
I loved character moments.
Yondu was easily for me the best character in this.
Spoiler alert! I'm so glad they killed him not in the sense of like getting Yondu's dead. In the sense of like in these Marvel films, there's never any important not risk. There's never any deadly this really bad thing happened. Quicksilver died in Age of Ultron. But did anyone give a damn about Quicksilver in that film?
No.
Did no one care? All the people who die in these Marvel films aren't that important anyway.
I think
the fact that we actually had an important character die was so refreshing. And that actually got me, not a lump in my throat, but it made me go, oh no.
Yeah.
And that's an emotion I never get from any Marvel films these days.
The most I think I cared about Quicksilver in Age of Ultron was I spent the entire film thinking I know who that actor is. Who is it?
And it's Aaron Taylor Johnson.
And it was Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Who's a much better actor for that film.
Yeah.
Especially for that role. He's so good. But yeah.
I love him in everything mostly.
I can't wait for The Wall.
But I think...
With do John Cena, directed by Doug Liman, which I have an idea of a new topic after this. It will be a quick one necessarily, but I do have a topic.
But I think Yondu got some amazing development. I feel like he was the character who I was most invested in. Michael
Rooker's great.
I love him anyway. I think he's a fantastic actor.
Don't you love Merle, Gary?
Yeah.
Cliffhanger.
I like Merle, yeah.
Cliffhanger. Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. Throwing that out there.
Do you remember leaning over at you when Sylvester Stallone turned up and was talking to him and I was like, oh, Cliffhanger 2!
No, Baby Groot. I love Baby Groot in the sense that Baby Groot reminded me of my 4-year-old niece, so of course I'm just going to be attached to that character throughout.
Definitely. I love the parallels they drew between Rocket and Yondu because those were two characters that you might not necessarily put together.
Oh, that was good. I liked the relationship building of Gamora and Nebula.
Yeah, I loved that. That was fantastic.
That was good.
Do you know what was the biggest letdown?
It was Star-Lord and the dad.
And his dad.
Which was essentially the quote-unquote main plot of the film.
I literally didn't care.
No.
Like, I had no interest. I knew straight away there was something shady about Kurt Russell. I was like, he's not going to be racist. He's either lying about being his dad or there's some ulterior motive.
Yeah.
From the outset. Literally, as he started talking to him, I was like, there's just something about you. There's something not right. Can we look at other characters, please? Because you're just an ass.
Yeah.
And I love Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell's great. But yeah, I know what you mean.
But this character literally existed to be exposition-y and then be a secondary villain after the gold people were rubbish.
Oh, what about that? What about... Everyone's goes on about, Stan Lee cameos. How good was that David Hasselhoff cameo?
Oh, that was the best one.
So amazing.
That was perfect.
I didn't even expect David Hasselhoff to be in that film.
I know. It was like, oh my god, yes, they got Hasselhoff.
True survivor.
Like a true survivor, the hero stands in awe. When all is said and done.
Oh, she'd sang that now.
The enemy.
Oscar sings, everybody.
One by one. Should we bring back Gary Sings?
No.
Have we got any Super Gaza 94 fans out there?
I hope so.
I just get copyrighted to hell with everything.
Oh, the first video you ever
I wonder
uploaded.
why.
The first video we ever uploaded got a copyright strike because he put an Eminem song in it. But he ripped it from Vivo and he put it in.
Oh dear.
Oh, it was beautiful. Not the fact you got a copyright strike, but just the fact
just the whole entire scenario in itself.
No, but oh my god, Batista, I'm in love with him as Drax.
I thought you were just going to say you were in love with him. I was like,
show
me consent.
I don't feel that strongly about him, but just like the whole thing was like, you are beautiful. On the inside. I'm like, yes, he did that because...
The comedy for him was insane. It was great.
It was so... What was the funniest part of the film for you?
Him laughing.
Just him laughing.
Most of his scenes, but also just the after credits where he got stabbed.
I was going to say that where he's just going, ah!
Well, it wasn't after credits, it was a post credit.
Ah! Ah!
He just screamed continuously.
But I thought you were going to be on a bit where they were skipping planets at the face morphing.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Oh my god.
Yeah, where they do ever so many jumps and they're like, they can do.
Laughing.
They're only meant to do up to 50 and it's like 100 and
Like,
something.
ah!
And it literally looks like, have you seen that gif where it's like Shrek and Donkey?
Oh, you said GIF.
Well, GIF then, I don't know, I'm trying to be correct. I say GIF, but I get pulled for it all the time.
By who?
Internet peeps, I guess.
Internet peeps.
But yeah, like, it's like a thing where it's like, have you ever seen that gif of like Shrek and Donkey where it just like zooms right in?
Yes.
Like, literally it was that.
Yeah. Oh my god, could you imagine when they were going, ah! They did the whole thing in Resurrection where he goes, ah! And then there's just a random scene. Well, there's just a random xenomorph going, ah! Oh, Marvel and Alien No.
No, don't do that. Never do that.
We talked enough about cinematic universes. We talked about a bit of Alien there. I want to move on a little bit just to discuss one last thing. Does not feel on one. What are we looking forward to this year for films?
Dunkirk.
I'm surprised you didn't know.
Dunkirk and Star Wars.
Oh, Last Jedi, dude. Did not see the trailer. How was it?
I filmed my reaction, but obviously you do want to look at the trailer, so there's no point in you watching my reaction.
Well, I'm not
yet. Watching my reaction without the sound on.
I thought you said watch my erection. I was like, well...
Sophie!
No!
No, Last Jedi, my most anticipated, because Force Awakens. I don't care what all you guys think. Force Awakens was absolutely amazing.
It's gonna hurt.
And Rogue One was incredibly...
Yeah.
Deals.
No, I'm anticipating Dunkirk. I'm anticipating Star Wars. I'm anticipating Atomic Blonde.
Atomic Blonde.
I'm looking forward to Alien Covenant.
I'm
not getting my hopes up too much because every time I do that with an Alien movie, I hate it. Well, I don't hate it, but it lets me down.
I'm looking forward to Alien Covenant in the sense of like, I've just watched all the Aliens.
Yeah, we just watched all the
So
Aliens.
I'm in an Alien mood, and I'm not holding my hopes up because Ridley Scott.
It was just because we rewatched Prometheus the other night and I was kind of like, this movie's so beautiful, but please add substance.
Yes.
And I hope that Alien Covenant can do the same thing and be so visually beautiful, but have that substance that's lacking, because I really felt like Michael Fassbender held that film up.
Yeah.
And the cinematography held that film up.
Oh, it was such
And that one actor's name, I can't remember, who looked kind of like Seamus with tattoos. The guy who plays the drug dealer in Harry Brown.
Yeah.
He was good.
Well, he was good for what he was doing.
Yeah. And Idris Elba, of course.
Idris
Charlize Theron was good.
Idris Elba's he's just a charisma machine, isn't he?
I enjoyed Charlize Theron as well.
She's good, yeah.
I'm not saying Naomi Rapace is a bad actor, but
in this one,
her character's just not.
And not Tom Hardy was just not good.
Yeah, well, I think that's a pretty common thing that people say that they're just kind of like, he's there.
Atomic Blonde, I'm looking forward to, as you said. It's just.
That looks quite interesting.
Yep. Blade Runner 2049.
Baywatch.
Oh, I forgot to come out this year.
Baywatch, yes.
I just can't wait to see I haven't seen the trailer. I literally accidentally opened my eyes at one point during the trailer and just saw an explosion and The Rock flying, and I was like, I need to watch this.
It's going to be so good. In that way. No, but Blade Runner 2049, need to see the first one anyway. See, guys, I do want to watch a Ridley Scott film.
I need to watch Blade Runner.
Interesting.
Then we can watch it then.
Interesting film.
Yep. The Wall, which we briefly mentioned.
I was going to say Big Trouble in Little China, which I don't know why I was going to say that because it came out years ago, but just felt
in the
like
80s.
Yeah, it just felt like I should say.
Yeah, there's a good amount that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, there's a few more things. There's stuff there that I haven't mentioned, but I think it's on my Letterboxd watch list.
And here's and kind of going from that, what are some favourites of yours that have come out this year? Gary.
Favourites? I haven't seen that many at the start this year. Off the top of my head, I would say probably Period Today. Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
John Wick 2.
John Wick 2, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say Personal Shopper.
Personal Shopper was really good.
God, I can't think what else I've said. It's because we had such like a cramming films in at the beginning of the year for Oscars.
Yeah, now we've kind of had a break from
And now I'm like, what have we seen? And
For
what
me-
did we watch last year?
For me, favourites of mine, I'm not saying which is the favourite, because I don't really know what my number one at this moment in time is. Silence
I enjoyed that
is
a lot.
great. I really like Tower.
Oh, yes. How could I forget that? I adore that.
Tower,
Tower was a good one.
Tower. I really like Tower. I really liked Manchester by the Sea. That was an excellent, excellent film. Personal Shopper is a very good one. Lego Batman is
Batman, absolutely.
Lego Batman is the pinnacle of fun.
Moonlight, I love that.
Moonlight was great.
I really like Get Out.
Get Out was Split. I really liked Split. I had one in my mind and I forgot it now. La La Land is good.
Yeah. I think La La Land on reflection, it was with me with films sometimes, I'll see a film and I'm not filled with emotion or adrenaline at the end of it. I can't really get a true...
I would like to rewatch it.
Yeah, I feel like I don't ever get a true thing, and then when I've thought about it for a few days, it's a bit like that with Marvel. There's a prime example. Just going back a little bit to Avengers Age of Ultron, when I saw that in the cinema, because I was filled with adrenaline and because so much was happening, I kind of left like, that was great. But then when I actually sat and thought about it afterwards, I was like, maybe it wasn't as great as I thought.
Yeah, La La Land, Eric Striffler said this we're bringing him up a lot, but he said this like, amazingly made film. Absolutely really good film, made film. The story's just a bit lacking. Yeah. Is how he put it. I'm like, I would agree.
Boy Meets Girl tragedy.
I would agree with it, yes. It's very... If it wasn't as well made, it would just be... It would be a basic, rom-com story almost.
Yeah.
But yeah, so... Looking forward to certain films. There's good films all over, isn't there? Yeah. Cinematic universes are a thing that we just have to deal with these days. Vince McMahon's getting a film made about him. Payback was fun.
Really enjoyable.
Was an enjoyable show. And Wolf Among Us is good.
Yeah.
It's a really good one. And that is all I think we have to talk about.
Yeah.
For this episode of the Heelcast. Episode 19. Gary, thank you for returning to the Heelcast.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
You're not upsetting me.
Well, maybe we can do...
You were here.
You were here. You put your piece in every now and then.
Yeah.
And yeah, Sophie, you exist. And
so it's if I just talked for an hour and a half, practically.
And thank you all for listening to this. And Sophie.
Yes?
What's in the description of this video?
You ask me this every single video now. There are our Twitter handles. There are the Facebook page. There is the Heel Facebook page. All of everyone's Instagram accounts and mine and your Letterboxd.
Mm-hmm. Did you say Twitter?
Yeah, I said Twitter first. Twitter handles, Facebook page, Instagram accounts, Letterboxd accounts.
I don't like JBL. Garrett, do you have anything to say?
He's shaking his head.
No.
And with that being said, thank you all for listening. I've been Oscar.
I've been Sophie.
And this has been Gary.
That's me.
And we shall see you all later. And Gary almost obliterated his phone. And goodbye.
Bye.
Gary, say something funny. Would that be?